Go.
Okay. Today is the second Sunday of the season of Advent, and right before Mass, I looked and I saw people that used to be students here and got sent forth, sort of like what we're doing with the December graduates. And then this little guy who comes with them everywhere they go. Lane is 8 months? You said 8 months, okay. But it was such a joy to see them near the front of the chapel as I was praying Mass. And so here's what I decided. We need to videotape them. And so I brought two witnesses that can tell you that they were in fact students here. And then I want to talk about transition and we'll just stick with that for the time being. So, introduce yourselves. Let's just stick with the parents right now. We'll get you guys at the very end, okay? And what are you doing? How's the transition out of the Newman Center?
Well, my name is Cade. I think I graduated and that's Lane, that's right. I won't do this for the rest of the I graduated in 2021, and transitioned out of the Newman Center. It was just interesting, I'd say, in one word. In one sense, in college, everything is just right there. It's so it's pretty easy to get deeply involved in your faith. And once you leave the Newman Center, once you leave college, things are a lot more up to you how you want to take it. In the year after, I graduated. I worked as a youth minister at Mount Vernon, so I was very much already ingrained in the church culture. But still, even in that sense, it's still up to me to decide how I want to take things with my life, with our recent marriage at the time, just try to figure out how to still maintain that deep faith life, even once we're not surrounded by all these awesome people around us.
Okay.
I'm Brynne. I also graduated in 2021. I would say that transitioning, you had to be very, very intentional. Here it was easier because there was all of your friends were here. And so you wanted to come to all the events and pray because everyone around you was doing that. You were definitely surrounded by a culture of holiness. And so going and transitioning out, I feel like we had to be very intentional about getting involved in small groups and just being intentional, I guess, with our faith. And so it was definitely hard to go from somewhere with so much community and so many friends of ours, but in a neat way too, there's lots of other people who were graduating and transitioning at the same time, and so it was neat to be able to be a support system for each other as well.
Okay, I've changed my format. I'm gonna have you guys remember them. Okay, introduce yourself and remember them. Say something about them as they were students, and then we'll finish with Lane.
Perfect.
Me first. So my name is Anna. I'm still a student here. I'll graduate in May. But and I'm the music director.
Thank you.
I actually met Cade before he was dating Brynne, just very briefly. But I remember mostly when they were dating here as students. They were both fellows. And that was the first time I got to know them. They were just great leaders, and they were very holy and people that I really looked up to. Cade actually lived with my brother Sam, so I got to see him both in Newman and outside of Newman quite frequently. My first memory of them was when we were at the missionary house, and Cade and my brother and all their roommates got up and sang "Hooked on a Feeling" at karaoke in harmony with Cade's But no, they were just very inspiring people at the Newman Center, and it was a pleasure to get to know them, and even more of a joy to see them become parents. Because I know that Lane is going to be just the most holy kid ever. Because he has two fantastic role models.
Awesome, thank you.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm also a student. Well, I am graduating next week, so barely a student. But my first impression was with Brynne. When I came to the Newman Center, everyone asks, what's your name, what's your major? And I'd say elementary education. And they'd go, have you met Brynne? And so I started introducing myself as I'm Emily. I'm studying to be a teacher. Yes, I have met Brynne. And like that was my first instinct that I knew I was in the right place, is like people who were looking out for me already by trying to build connections for me. Also phenomenal to hear that there was someone who stood out to so many people as like, this is someone you should look up to. So she was a good mentor for me as I was entering into the teacher education program. And then Cade. I got to be really good friends with Cade and Sam and their other roommates, Sam and Zach, and so they were all really good, like big brothers for me. And so every now and again, he still bullies me. We're still friends. Yeah. Also, surprisingly, a good role model, believe it or not.
Well, thank you, Emily. So Lane has not been a student here, but he is certainly a student. And I would love to do a separate video of transition of being married to parenthood. But the reason I love you, Lane, even though technically your name was supposed to be Little Jeff. But I just want
It was a hard choice.
It was. What I want you to zoom in, okay? Lane, come on in here. And as you get ready for Christmas, I want you to picture this face as the baby Jesus, because this is just a beautiful face, don't you think? All right.
Smile.
Very good. All right, so God bless you. Happy second Sunday of Advent, and we will see you at Mass. God bless you.